Still digesting 2024, to be honest. Still getting the hang of 2024. We're still in the enjoyment, excitement phase of that as we arrive at Donington for the first official RNG test in the UK. We've been testing at Navarra, but everything happened before that. We weren't going to have Kyle Ryde, but thankfully that's happened. We've got Kyle on the grid, we've got Brad on the grid, and everything's kind of been smoothed out. And you know what? I actually like the fact that they're in different teams. I think it's going to give it a completely different dynamic. I really, really do like how Brad Ray's ended up in Raceway's Yamaha and Kyle's with OMG, splits the pair of them apart. It's going to be interesting, that. Good dynamic. We need to keep our eyes firmly on that.
Nice to be back. Obviously, been away for 2 years in World Championships, so it's nice to be back in BSB. I've always enjoyed BSB. I've grown up in the BSB Championship, so yeah, nice to be back. I'm not sure about the weather at the minute of this test, but apart from that, I've been enjoying the first test day.
I was quite impressed how Bradley hit the ground running. More so because I know he's a class act as a rider, but the team as well. The team's been out of it for a couple of years now, and things move on. Things do change. But Steve Rogers had a nice chat with him in the pit lane, and he's very jubilant. He's looking forward to the whole thing.
It wasn't a planned return, to be honest, no. But yeah, of course you miss it, yeah. You know, when we've done it for so long, you know, in different, obviously Super Stock, Super Sport, 125s back in the day, in the early 90s. So yeah, it's been a massive part of my life anyway. So, you know, when the opportunity arose, yeah, we're in. You know, the opportunity to put Brad on a bike and try and have a go at seeing if we can do a job again sort of appealed to me, yeah.
It was my first time basically back on a bike since December last year, so I was a little bit rusty yesterday. But yeah, we're basically a new team. Know most of the crew in the team, but yesterday was the first full day together, so everyone was understanding the jobs and basically learning each other how I work, how the team work. But I feel good for the first day back after such a long time out. I feel really good, and we're not a million miles away. Concentrating on just getting comfortable and getting myself back up to speed. That was the most important thing yesterday.
Riding at Donington's like clockwork for me anyway. It's not easy, obviously, but it's a lot easier to miss 5 months and jump straight back on it, and I'm straight back, not right up to speed, but close enough to be happy. All the people that I'm battling against have already done a couple of days in Spain, so I wouldn't say I'm a little bit behind, but I'm a little bit behind on a few tweaks with the bike. We've got new parts, etc, and the tyre regulation has changed a little bit. Could have been a bit easier to maybe chuck a couple more tyres at it and go a bit faster, but I've not really found the benefit of setting the bike up, sticking a new tyre in around Donington where it's really grippy. You can't really feel anything with the settings anyway. So I've enjoyed being back at Donington, obviously. I've got the number 1 on my bike, which looks good. And yeah, just trying to tick a few boxes really, eliminate a few things with that new tyre and hopefully get to Oulton and everything will be good.
Danny Kent, brilliant. Looks very, very good. He's got an option of 2 bikes in Roger and Marshall. The Marshall effect is quite strong in the Bennetts British Superbike paddock. And Roger is a legend. He's been here, he's done it, he knows how to win races, he works really well with younger riders coming through. He can pass on his knowledge. Yeah, the bikes are all different and that, but a man of his level never loses that little fine detail, and that's what it's all about, finding the finer details. Marginal gains everywhere for Danny Kent is all he needs this year. He doesn't need to find chunks of time, he just needs to find little gains in specific areas.
The testing has been really good for us. You know, I have to give all credit to the McCams Racing team, the ideas and the parts that they've come up with. You know, more or less everything that we've tried, I'd say 95% of them has been an improvement from last year. And I feel good in myself. You know, I think we've got the bike in a good window now.
Tommy looked great this morning, but then had a bit of an issue and then moaned a little bit about the bike and wasn't 100% happy.
Wow, tough one. We've got a bit lost in all honesty. In Monte Blanca, the bike was unbelievable. I was so happy on it, and I just couldn't wait. You know, we were ready to race. But then here at Donington, we then went back to how my bike was last year, and I've lost my feeling. I've lost the feeling with it at the minute. So I need to try and analyse where we are going wrong. And you know, we'll work back from scratch again at Oulton. We need to hit the reset from here. It's been a tough test. I don't have any doubt in my mind we'll be there or thereabouts at Oulton race, but we just got to try and understand what the bike wants and it likes at the minute, so I can adapt my style as well to make the best scenario.
Was it so good to see the Pocket Rocket top of the times after session number 1? Not just for him, but for the Moto Rapido team.
Honestly, it's been good. Bit of a new me. I'm quite calm. I've been finishing sessions early, you know, not throwing any new tyres at it, making big changes with Wilf. You know, he's really gathering data of what, you know, I like and what I need, and you know, making, instead of 1 or 2 mil, we've been making 10, 15 mil changes. So it's been very good, like Navarro was. We've gathered a lot of good information. First session of the test, we was P1, so you know, it wasn't about finding lap time, which is always nice. It was more about understanding and the changes we was making. From my side, it's very positive, P2 overall, but at the same time, like I said, we never really, you know, bit the screen and had a time attack, so I feel pretty good.
If there was a most improved team right now, I'm straight in at DAO Honda. Seriously impressive. The amount of work that has gone on behind the scenes for DAO Honda is probably more than anybody else in that pit lane, because they've changed everything. They've changed the bikes, they've changed the trucks, and they've had what I think that they've been missing for a couple of seasons. They've got 2 riders now. They've got Lee Jackson, winner. They've got Josh Brooks, winner, series champion.
You know, I've been in racing for years and changed many teams and bikes, so I kind of know what to expect, and it's gone very much to my expectations. And the bike itself, it's not in the window where I feel like we've got, you know, a strong base setting, but we're moving in that direction. The Honda is very versatile. It covers most of the bases really well. So we're just trying to extract, you know, the most we can out of every little bit that it has to try and make a stronger, more competitive package. And like I said, I feel like we're moving in the right direction. We just need a couple more points to really come together, and then we'll see how good the package can actually be.
We worked through quite a lot in both tests. We tried a lot of things, trying to get comfy on the bike. It's been going really well, obviously, not just for me, but for the team and Josh. You know, everyone's learning the new bike. I think most of the work and most of the progress is coming from the team themselves and the developing of the bike, the data, the characteristics of the bike and everything like that. So it's all coming together nicely. We've got 2 more days at Oulton Park and then get ready for round 1.
Dogged determination is Glenn Irwin. If you look in the dictionary, you'll see a picture of him. Never gives up, digs deep. He set the fastest ever superbike lap around Donington Park, and it's like a statement from Glenn. It's a line in the sand. This is my year.
Do you know, we've had a plan as such, you know, and that probably sounds very cliched, but this year we actually do have some stuff to try, and to be honest, 2 quite major items we didn't get trying. We nearly got an exit at the end, working quite closely with Oulton's, but that was prohibited with the weather as such. What pleased me is we tried something with the bike, it didn't work. We tried to improve it to see could we make it better than yesterday's. We could improve it from where we were, but if I had 2 bikes sitting now, we would choose yesterday's bike for sure. So to go and, you know, to do the fastest ever lap at Donington is quite pleasing for sure. There's more time to come. I think a lot of this is actually understanding the new tyre. Lots of understanding still to do. There's always room for improvement in every lap time. I think we are pleased that we worked through a number of items. When you have a job list and you complete the job list as such, but still with some items to do at Oulton Park. So it's been a very balanced and well planned out test from the Barrett and here, and I'm really happy with the efforts of the Higger PPM Ducati team.
Casting mind back to last year at Oulton Park, what happened there? Yeah, it's Irwin time, baby, isn't it? Only time will tell though, because 12 months is a long, long time. But Glenn Irwin will be strong there, we know that. As will Kyle Ryde, as will Brad Ray, as will Tommy Bridewell, as well, the list goes on and on. It's the Bennetts British Superbike Championship. To pick a winner now, you'd be mad.